What's up, everyone, and welcome to Veve Vibes. Today we're going to be doing a very quick vibe check on the market today. Today is November 1st at about 7:25 a.m. So about 35 minutes before a typical drop, but we're not having a drop for a while. We actually have 007 as well as Jurassic Park. That one's not going to be out for another like 3 or 4 days, so we got some time. I did want to cover golden moments first because I feel like I forgot it the last couple times I did some vibe checks on the market. So I organized it by a 24-hour trend. So right now Wally's actually up quite a bit. It's actually up 10 gems from yesterday, so it's actually up about 10% or so. So at one point I guess it was, no, it's up 10%, up 4 gems. So it was going for 40 gems at one point. Now it's going for 44, but pretty much everything else is trading flat. Lady and the Tramp, Avengers logo, Elsa, C3PO, partner statue, everything else is pretty much flat. Like I'm talking like less than 3% of a change. I guess partner statue, I mean, technically as of right now, partner statue is below 2,000 gems, and it's been like that for quite some time. So I didn't know if I would ever see this day where partners was this cheap, to be quite frank. I remember selling my partner statue a long time ago during the bull run and all that stuff. I mean, I think I sold it about a month later for about 9K. Right now it's trading for about 2K. So yeah, it's just crazy. I think if a lot of people knew what was going to happen during 2022, 2023, everything would have played out pretty different. But let's see here while it loads. So pretty much everything else is trading flat. A couple things that are down, a pretty decently significant amount is Timon and Pumbaa. It's down about 7%. Iron Man is down almost 10%. So it's actually all the way down to 80 gems at this point. I think that's, yeah, it's getting to the point now where I believe the other Iron Man's trading for about 60, like almost box price. And R2-D2 right now as well. R2-D2 did see a bit of a pump pretty recently. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but let me change it to last 90 days. Just about a week ago, it was trading for about 229, and it got a nice pump all the way up to basically 300. I'm assuming a whale or someone came in and bought the top 5 listings, because it went from total listings from 49 all the way down to 44 listings. So I'm assuming someone just grabbed a few of those over the course of a couple days, and so it did see a pump there. But now it's just retracing back to where it was about a week ago. So that's the golden moments so far. At least for the Jurassic Park drops, I'm not sure if I'm going to play them. 35 gems is a decent amount. I actually might play the 007 one because 20 gems isn't too bad. Of course, the Secret Rare is going to be performing the best. I would really love the Amber from, and as well as the Jurassic Park gates from the drop, but just 35 gems. I feel like I could just potentially pick up the gates for a little bit cheaper than that. And the secondary and then the Amber, I'm not too sure. I would love to get one, but it might be just a little out of my price range unless I just landed on the drop. Let's take a look at Danny Ketch here real quick. Only been out for a couple days at this point. I think, yeah, about 2 days at this point. A little bit less. But I personally skipped this drop. Nothing against it. I just feel like it's just going to go down in price. So far, the trend has been that a lot of these solo drops that we've gotten have just not typically done very well unless it's like a super grail. Even then, those drops haven't done too well. So it's like I'm talking about Green Lantern, Professor Xavier, Magneto, Darkseid. There's a few other ones too that they're pretty much all below retail, or at least they've gone significantly down from where they originally dropped. So I do want to pick up this Ghost Rider eventually. I'd rather just wait about a month or two, especially during like Christmas time, where I do think some of the stuff will pull back a decent amount. Do love the comics. They look pretty cool too. Let's take a look at collectibles. Let's just take a look at the general 24-hour trend of collectibles, and then we'll hop into comics. Some posters have gone up quite a bit, I guess just because of the announcement with some of the 007 stuff. So this Danish one sheet poster, I said one sheet poster is up about 120%. Wow, this thing was going for, I guess 10 gems at one point, 10, 11 gems. Now it's going for 25. Mysterious Moon for their alien poster. So some posters are actually seeing a bit of movement. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with just thin floors or maybe Veveverse. People are kind of expecting the Veveverse beta to go out to an additional, I think it was quoted like 500 or 1,000 more users. So I'm not sure if people are kind of grabbing stuff now while they can. Again, I did notice a small turnaround with stamps. I'm not sure if it's because of the stamp announcement, not stamp announcement, but I should say, I'm not sure if it's because of the Halloween stamps. They are animated. They do look very cool. I actually think those are going to look very awesome in the Veveverse. The stamps, especially if you blow them up in your entire wall, it looks like an animated, bats or a cat or whatever it is. So I have seen a small turnaround with some of the stamps too, going up in price. Like even some of the presidential stamps, as you can see here. Like this one's gone up about 50%. This one's up about 40%. So I'm not sure if, again, the floors are just getting so thin. I mean, a lot of these listings are on the very, very low end. You know, typically like upper single digits or lower double digits on here. So, you know, we can even see that the silhouette ghosts are doing pretty well. That one actually saw a bit of a pump. That one's up about 30%. This one was trading at about 29 gems at one point, 29, 28. Now it's up to 38 right now, basically 39 for the most part. So take a look at the next page here real quick. Fastos. I remember Fastos was actually a collectible that a lot of content creators listed, and we had like a whole wall of them, so it was easier to kind of follow each other on Veve, because it was pretty hard, and it still is in a way, to kind of find people on Veve unless you find like their exact name or something like that. But Marty hoverboard, that's actually something I haven't thought about in a long time, which is the hoverboard from Marty. But that is up. That was trading at, I guess, at 19 gems at one point. Now it's up to 25 essentially at this point. Donnie up 4,000 gems if anyone's interested, and a few other ones. Nightwing is another classic, kind of like Veve OG beloved collectible. Was trading at 200. Now it's up to 250. So looks like people are starting to recognize that as well. So let's go ahead and flip the trend, see what's down a lot. Unsurprisingly, Iron Man Black and Gold. I mean, these were listings for like 8.5K or something like that for quite some time. That was the floor for about a day or two. But as more people claim these, and honestly, you know, $5,000 in gems is a lot of gems. So it does add up. Apex Predator. This one did see small pump. Apparently, some people bought up a lot of these during the Jurassic Park kind of like announcement. So these were trading for like low 4 gems, even high 3 gems, like 3.9 gems or such. But it looks like there's been purchasing and stuff going on. So people are excited about the Jurassic Park gate, which is kind of unsurprising. Coca-Cola can. It does seem like there's a few things that are Veveverse related that with like cool animations or things that they want to pair up. Did pump the last few days, but now they're kind of retracing back down, and people are selling at least what they think is profitable. Doc Ock is down. A lot of these collectibles are down now as well. So mostly posters, some independent artist stuff. Diablo Orange is down as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next page. But a lot of these listings pretty much are down in the 20s, 20%, 39%. It's actually kind of cool knowing that when you're looking at some of the collectibles, a lot of these collectibles are up, you know, over 100%, 80%, 40+%. But when you look at the things that are down, we're only talking in the 20s on average, or like in the high teens. So looks like some things are moving quite a bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the comics. Just look at the 24-hour trend. Let's just focus on the comics. The one thing that's kind of tough reviewing the comics is because it just bundles all the rarities together. I wish I could do like common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare and kind of exclude the secret rares instead of just doing exclusively one. But let's just look at the comments right now and see what's moving. So there's a few down right now. I'm trying to remember whose first appearance this is. If anyone knows, down in the comments to remind me, but I think it's trying to remember who's it's not Black Widow. I'm trying to remember who's the first appearance in this one, like Red Dynamo or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's Red Dynamo for that one, but yeah, Red Hulk #1 or Hulk #1. That one is down quite a bit. Same thing with I guess this is the death of Norman Osborn. That one is down as well. So we got a few comics, quite a few comics down quite a bit. So first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, and then the death of Gwen Stacy. Those are also down. Avengers 1 is still just pulling back. Right now it's at 16.5 gems. I remember when it was a big deal when it got like below retail. Then it went down to 18, then 17. Now it's at 16.5. So that one just seems to continue pulling back. And yeah, now we got Fantastic Four #5 down, all the way down to 9 gems. So again, you know, if you're looking to secure, you know, essentially a grail, right? First appearance of Doctor Doom comic as a common, you know, a lot of listings, or not a lot of listings, but I should say a lot of in circulation. So there's 21,000 that were minted by Veve. So take a look at what else is down on the day. Dazzler starting to pull back. I remember when she was pumping up to, gosh, like she was doing some crazy stuff. Yeah, she was up to 19 gems at one point, and then she was kind of settling between 10 and 12 gems. Now she's pulled all the way back to 7. Seems like a lot of the hype has died out until we get another announcement about Taylor Swift or something Dazzler X-Men related, I'm sure. So as we go down here, First Appearance of Venom is actually holding its value pretty well. I mean, the trend has gone downward, but it's not absolutely crashing. It seems like some comics that are not as popular tend to go down and they just absolutely crash and just never seem to recover, and always tend to just chill in like the lower 2s or 3s. But Venom is obviously holding its value pretty well. AF-15 still fighting between I remember the big breakout, or I should say pretty much the floor of it being at 300 gems. That's where I bought mine, was essentially 300 gems, I believe sometime in August, and then saw a significant pump at about 340. That felt good, and then now it's starting to pull all the way down. People just liquidating at this point. Not sure if it's necessarily people just casting out, or people just think that, hey, AF-15 is going to keep going down, I might as well sell it now, rebuy it later, you know, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and see if I can get it a bit cheaper. We'll go ahead and flip this trend and see what's up for the common comics. There's a few other ones, some of the spookier ones. So obviously zombie comics are up a little bit. This one did see a bit of a pump. Uncanny X-Men #4. I did buy, I think, one or two of these the other day. I wanted to buy more, but I did see the prices pushing up above 5 gems. So I was like, all right, that's a little out of my stack range for what I want to do personally on there. And then we do have Web of Spider-Man. It does look like Ben Reilly finally getting some respect, getting up out of the low 2 gem range and now up to 2.5 gems at this point. Uncanny X-Men #94. That one is up about a gem. Looks like it was trading at about 350. 3 gems, you know, 3.5 gems. Now it's at 425. Your others are up as well. Love seeing more X-Men stuff. Love seeing more movement with X-Men. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan. We'll quickly go over ultra rares. I already know this video is pushing 12 minutes, so we'll quickly go over ultra rares for the most part. So wow, actually, so Miles Morales #10. I forgot who's the first appearance of that one, but that one had a significant pump. Probably because, again, there's only 4 listings, so either one got delisted or someone actually bought one of these on the market. Because yeah, this thing was trading at 16 gems. I guess the floor was just incredibly thin. Someone bought one, and now the price skyrocketed all the way up to 98 gems. So again, just thin floors doing what they do. This is why it's kind of hard to review like secret rares and even ultra rares, especially ultra rares, actually, because the floors tend to be even thinner. A lot of the times when you look at like this ultra rare and the secret rare like counterparts on the same comic, sometimes there's actually less ultra rares on the market than there are secret rares. It seems like there's more people trying to floor secret rares than there are ultra rares. I'm not sure if people just really like the VV exclusive covers, or ultra rares are in that perfect range of relatively low mints, but still affordable enough to where pretty much anyone can buy them if they want to buy it. You know, secret rares tend to be out of range or just way too expensive for most people to want to purchase. So Ghost Rider saw a bit of a pump. Unsurprising, we had some Ghost Rider drops, as well as the Danny Ketch like comic, all that stuff. So typically, not always, but typically whenever we see a new collectible or a new whatever drop, the IPs, or if we have other collectibles that are similar or the exact same thing, those tend to pump as well, just because people are reminded that these comics exist, just like Marvel Spotlight right here. Iron Man's up a bit as well, and a few of these other ones. So I do like a lot of these comics on here. Then we'll see what's down, and then we'll go ahead and close the video. Not Brand Ek by Brainium Variant. I've been wanting this for a while because I just love the cover. It's hilarious, but at 56 gems, it is just too much. This thing needs to pull back even further for me to want to purchase that personally. First appearance of Gambit, the ultra rare. I remember actually buying a couple of these at 10 gems. I remember covering this in a video when this was at 10 gems, gosh, like a month ago or so. Yeah, about a month and a half ago. I think I bought one of these live on stream because there was a couple like at like 10 basically. Now it's basically doubled in price, and it's actually held its value pretty well. So we have Sandman, a few others. These have all pulled back about in the low 10s. So nothing incredibly significant. You know, nothing has pulled back, you know, 30, 40% or anything crazy like that. There's not a massive discount or deal going on. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys take care. Please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time.